Hi, I'm going to talk a little bit now about how Haredi, also referred to as Ultra-Orthodox Judaism, became illiberal. In my book, Come Now, Let Us Reason Together, I present an extended argument for the claim that Rabbinic Judaism, that is the Judaism that evolved after the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE, was open-minded, tolerant, pluralistic, and innovative. Yet none of these terms apply to the ultra-Orthodox. Why is that? I think the answer is fairly straightforward and is the result of a doctrine known as the oral law from Sinai. This doctrine holds that in addition to the written Torah, Moses also received at Sinai an oral Torah which explained to him how to practice the written Torah, which in many cases was vague and uncertain. The doctrine holds that these keys were handed down from Moses to Joshua, to the prophets, to the rabbis of the Talmud, and down to the leaders of the most traditional form of Judaism today. This doctrine was invoked to counter the Karaite movement, which was a movement that started in the 7th and 8th centuries of the Common Era in Iran and Iraq. And these communities felt that they weren't bound by the Talmud or the oral law, and that they were free to interpret the written law as they saw fit. The rabbis of that generation countered this movement by saying, no, that's not true. There's one way to practice Judaism, the way that was described in the oral law given at Sinai. The establishment rabbis eventually won this fight, and the Karaite movement died off. This explains why the ultra-Orthodox are repressive, authoritarian, resistant to change, even when required, hostile to other streams of Judaism and to Gentiles, hostile to secular education, and with respect to the communities in Israel, unwilling to join the IDF. Thank you.